Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Iron Throne episode. Today we're talking about the fastest way to increase power in Iron Throne. So I've seen some of these videos and I've heard some of this chit chat about how to raise your power quickly, but what I want everyone to understand is that power is only a general snapshot of how strong that you may be. There's so many variables that go into it, and here we're going to talk about a few different ways that you can generate power in Iron Throne. So if you want to see the breakdown of your power, you can go ahead and click on your avatar and then scroll down the statistics to total power. Here at total power, you're going to see that our power is broken down by troops, traps, buildings, research, lord level, and equipment power. Our troop power is going to be determined by how many troops we have in our castle. Each troop in your castle increases your power, and each tier is worth a different amount of power ranging from 3 to 10 power points per troop. Next we have trap power, which is similar, but each trap in your castle increases your power also, and each tier is also worth a different amount of power ranging from 3 to 10 power points per trap. This is generally going to be the smallest percentage of your power, as the number of traps in the castle are limited. Next up we have building power. So every time that you build a new building or level up a building, it's going to increase your power here. Now if you want to go ahead and check and see how much power you get for building each building or each level of a building, you can see the power increase for each building by clicking on the building and then clicking on more, and you'll have it there in that nice little handy dandy chart. Next up we have research power, and what this means is every time that you complete a new research or complete a new level on a research, your power is going to increase. And you can also check to see what the power levels are going to be for each of these. You can see the power increase for each research level by clicking on the research and then clicking on the exclamation button up there. Next up we have Lord level. We get power for our Lord level also, and each time that you level up your Lord level, your power is going to increase a small amount, and the amount of power gained from this one is going to be relatively small, just like with traps. And then lastly we have equipment power, and this is power gained from equipment, and it's determined by what equipment that you have placed on all of your unlocked heroes combined. Now the more heroes that you have unlocked, the more slots that you have to add equipment and increase your power. The type of equipment worn by heroes plays factor to the amount of power increased. Now the economy, world, and the miscellaneous equipment generates the lowest amount of power per equipment, and the battle equipment is going to generate more power. The Conqueror, Destroyer, Dominator, and Guardian sets are going to be what are going to give you the largest power gain, and that's going to even be over the Gladiator and the Berserker sets. The grade of equipment will also play a factor into this. The basic and common grades will give you the lowest increase, while the Immortal is going to give you the largest. Now on a strong and well-rounded castle, your research power is probably going to be the highest amount of power generated by all these, and your equipment power is probably going to be a close second, and then your building power and troop power are probably going to be pretty closely matched. Your troop power may be a little bit higher than your building power, but your lord level power and trap power is going to be much lower. And you know, I don't put too much thought into someone's initial power ranking. I want to see battle reports and statistics before I decide how strong that I think someone is. You have some people out there are doing what I call peacocking, or building a paper tiger. So I'll kind of give you guys some examples. Example A is going to be a strong Citadel 26 with a good amount of T3, T4, and T5 troops. They have 7 heroes with all immortal, enhanced equipment generating great battle statistics. They have a high level of research completed on battle statistics. Then we have example B, which I feel is someone that's kind of peacocking. They have a Citadel 24 with hundreds of millions of T1 and T2 because they're cheap and fast to train, a lot of these generating a lot of power. They might have a small amount of T3 and T4. They have 13 or 14 heroes with all rare purple battle equipment, and they used the purple rare battle equipment because placing them on 13 to 14 heroes generates more power than having 2 or 3 heroes with, enhanced immortal that gives you the better battle statistics. The research is just kind of spotty at best, with only portions of the battle science completed. So overall, I think the player in example B is more concerned about their overall power level. They're just fanning their feathers like a peacock. And then the player in example A is probably more of a competitive fighter that's concerned about their statistics and power levels really don't mean much to them. I'm going to pick example A to have my back in a fight over example B any day. There are players that do build traps with a ton of lower tiered troops also, but generally they don't really focus on building the higher castle levels, but they do still have the excellent battle research and equipment. I think what I want the real takeaway to be here is don't worry too much about your power. Be pushing to unlock higher tiered troops while focusing on battle research and equipment. Don't be that player that has 1.7 billion power, then when you get 0, your power drops all the way to 300 million because 3/4 of your power was all in lower tiered troops. Don't be the paper tiger or the peacock, because there's real tigers out here just waiting to pounce on you and rip you to pieces. Just don't get blinded by the power and make smart investments in the game. That's it for today's rant on power. Until next time, stay classy, stay dangerous, and as always, stay savage.